the best summer fragrances from Lorenzo Pazzaglia. You guys are gonna hate me for this one. What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're gonna be talking about the best fragrances from Lorenzo Pazzaglia for the summertime. I'm sorry, I don't have one of the best ones, but I'm still gonna mention it in this list. Don't hate me, I promise. I know what it's like. I had it. I should have it, and in the next video it'll be here. But it's called Sex C. This is an aquatic salty scent profile that honestly blows a lot of the competition out of the water. If you like fragrances like Megamare, etc., this one has an even more unique aspect to it, and the longevity of this shit is crazy. I remember Jarino and I, when we went to New York, I think I was wearing Sangria, and he was wearing the Arctic Sea and also Sex C, and he layered it. And both of those got his ass compliments while my ass just was sitting in the sidelines. So yes, it might not be my favorite scent, the salty accords, but from Lorenzo Pazzaglia, both of these are outstanding. Unfortunately, I don't have it on hand, but I can guarantee you it's one of their best smelling scents. You do want to sample anything from this house because it's really expensive. Maybe we'll make these available on Shop AROMATIX, we'll see. But some of my personal favorite ones, aside from the salty ones, and in all honesty, those are not like my top because of the fact that it is saltier, and it took me a little bit more time to get into salty and aquatic fragrances. Today, at least, I am a lot more into it, and so because of that, I'll be picking them up. So the first, or the main two that I really want to talk about was Sangria and Summer Hammer. Sangria is a very different scent that has something of like champagne in the note breakdown, a lot of peach and a fruit melody, including grape. Very unique, and because of the fact, something that I really wanted to wear continuously and consistently, and also something that got a lot of attention. There's this acidic but also vanillic scent profile to it, and then that champagne accord also gives this, like, I would say, a feminine touch. I do believe this one to be pretty unisex in general, but the main accords to this one that really pops out is gonna be the grape and the peach. It smells like next level stuff. I know there are a lot of like fruit melody scent profiles out there like Herba Pura, Herba Gold, but this is truly something that's completely different from all of those scent profiles. And even based off of like the image on the fragrance itself, you'll see main notes, which are the ones that I mentioned, including the grape and the peach. Sangria, being relatively unisex but slightly feminine, is still very easy to wear as a gentleman, and I've personally rocked it a lot of times. Next one is called Summer Hammer, and this shit is literally going to smash summer like a hammer. So an adequate name, I would personally say. And this includes main notes of pineapple, coconut, and some vanilla. And that's what I get with this one. A bit more muskier, more creamy, and more in that territory and realm of fragrances like Herba Pura, except for the fact that it increases a lot more specifically pineapple and that coconut and tropical vibe. Yes, it's in that realm, but it's a lot more tame, less synthetic, and even more creamy. This shit does not play when it comes to the concentrations and performances. All of the Lorenzo Pazzaglias are the way that extrait de parfums and price point fragrances, or fragrances at this price point, should last and should perform and should project. That is never going to be an issue, and that's kind of why I left it alone when it came to Sangria, because this shit will last all day, both of them. So Summer Hammer being a little more tolerable for me personally, or something that I would wear more consistently, and therefore easier to recommend than Sangria. If I had to pick one out of the two, I would start off with Summer Hammer. It's just a lot more mass appealing, and like I said, it's better than Herba Pura in every single way. It's a small ass bottle, but a little bit goes a long way. Aside from that, as simple as that, man, these are some of the best Lorenzo Pazzaglia scents. Sorry I didn't have those salty fragrances on hand, but I will be copping the full bottles very soon. With Lorenzo Pazzaglia, what's happening, man? How are you? Your fragrances are amazing, and they're underrated. They need to be explored more. What's the newest? Huh?
Finally, the bottles of Colombia fragrance.
Colombia fragrance?
Yes, que chimba.
I didn't smell. New? Oh.
For Colombia.
Que chimba. It's for Colombia.
Aguardiente.
Wow, this is different. What do you have in here?
Aguardiente.
What's the notes?
The notes: anise, guava, passion fruit, tobacco, and woody.
Tropical,
little flower.
anise.
Yes.
Very nice. It's called Que chimba. What else do you have new? Anything else?
Passion, speechless. You have tried this?
No, I have not. Speechless.
Coffee.
Is this fruity coffee? Fruits and coffee?
Pesca, marijuana, vetiver, lemongrass.
Marijuana, lemongrass, no coffee in here. You said.
Coffee.
Oh, that's coffee. This is unusual. What's that? This is a coffee.
Coffee passion.
Coffee passion. Coffee. Whoa.
Anise.
Intense. And that's what Lorenzo is known for. If you can get your hands on these and you want some of the strongest Italian fragrances, it's Lorenzo Pazzaglia. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
See you later.
Let me know down in the comment section if you've ever tried anything from Lorenzo Pazzaglia. I know that a lot of the community on TikTok and on Instagram knows, but do you guys on YouTube? If you do, let me know which one you want to hear about next. These are just a couple of their bangers, and they're very specifically the best summer fragrances from Lorenzo Pazzaglia. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.